Russian President Vladimir Putin never backs off from a fight, but he did. And that too, the crucial Nagorno-Karabakh battle. Global analysts world over were confused about this sudden departure. So, why did Putin back off? Why did Putin leave Armenia to fend for itself? The answer to all your queries is here. Hi and welcome. This is Atul Mishra, your host for the day, and you're watching TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. Let's begin. It has been several months since the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict came to an end. The conclusion of the conflict is clear. Turkey and Azerbaijan won, while Armenia lost. Yet most analysts remain confused about why Russian President Vladimir Putin did not mount a defense for Armenia by stepping up aggression against Turkey and Azerbaijan. However, now we seem to have decoded Putin's Turkey policy. It seems that more than the conflict itself, Russia was guided by Turkey's strategic significance. Russia understands how Turkey is placed at a central position, close to Russia, the Middle East, and the Eastern Mediterranean. In case of any skirmishes in a Cold War 2.0 between the United States and Russia, Turkey would inevitably get involved, and Ankara's behavior might as well play a decisive role. Adding up to Turkey's geographical importance is its status as a NATO member. It would have been a very natural temptation for Moscow to rescue Armenia. After all, Armenia shares an Orthodox Christian connection with Russia and is also a member of the Russia-led Collective Security Treaty Organization. Yet Putin made a much bigger geopolitical move by letting Turkey have its way in Nagorno-Karabakh. In return, Russia seems to have managed to pull Turkey into the anti-US bloc. This interpretation of the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict might sound far-fetched, but it does get validated from a Russian point of view. The fact remains that Ankara might be a member of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, that is the NATO, but it is not a US ally per se. Turkey has been changing rapidly under the regime of President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Today, Turkey walks a tightrope between Russia and the United States. There was a time when Turkey was a secular liberal society and a pure US ally in line with the Western world described as NATO values. But now Ankara finds it beneficial to engage both Russia and the US. So Turkey buys Russian weapons and has even imported one of Russia's most potent military hardware, that is the S-400 air defense system. At the same time, the Erdogan administration does call on the United States on a purely need basis. Since Trump and Erdogan did not share much acrimony, Turkey found it easy to do this delicate balancing. But with Nagorno-Karabakh conflict, Putin found the opportunity for a quid pro quo. Russia allowed Turkey to have its way in Nagorno-Karabakh, and in return, Turkey would come closer to Russia. On his part, Putin understands the dynamics of US-Turkey relations very well. The Russian president seems to have understood that in the last leg of his presidential term, Trump did face some pressure to act tough on a belligerent Turkey, and this is exactly what Trump did. In December, former US President Donald Trump imposed some tough sanctions on Ankara for purchasing the S-400 from Russia. This was the first signal of growing tensions in the transactional relationship between the United States and Turkey. Moreover, US-Turkey ties have only deteriorated further with Biden's accession to power. Throughout his election campaign trail, Biden kept describing the Turkish president as an autocrat. Biden and his supporters also accused Trump of hobnobbing with authoritarian leaders, including Erdogan. Even after coming to power, Biden has maintained a safe distance from Erdogan. In fact, the US president is yet to have a telephonic conversation with his Turkish counterpart. US-Turkey ties are supposed to remain frosty because Biden has a political agenda of showing how he plans to ignore an autocratic leader. Meanwhile, Putin understands that Ankara has no option but to get pushed close into the anti-US bloc. And to top it all, the Russian president also gets to tell Erdogan. Therefore, Putin's Turkey policy seems to have worked out perfectly. For Putin, keeping Turkey on Russia's side is a crucial policy goal. Notwithstanding Turkey's changing character and fractured US-Turkey relationship, the Muslim-majority nation does not remain a NATO member. With the ongoing uptick in US-Russia tensions, it augurs well for Moscow if Turkey can weaken the NATO from inside and create a further split in the anti-Russia alliance. Also, Ankara has been growing vocal about its close ties with Kyiv. At the same time, Ukraine is emerging as the main bone of contention between the US and Russia. Hence, Moscow will be moved to encourage close relations with Turkey so that Turkey goes into hibernation when passions heat up between Russia and the US. All these factors seem to have weighed in heavily in Putin's Turkey policy that included going soft during the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict.